In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. There is a phrase of Urdu: do the good and put it into the river. This is the translation of that phrase. Do the good and put it into the river means let it go, means forget it. Do the good and forget it. That is something really nice, and it contains a piece of wisdom in it as well. Forgetting it, does it mean that whatever good you have done has been wasted? No, nothing gets wasted at all. Everything else gets written in our account. Whatever good we do and whatever bad we do. Not only our actions are written, rather our intentions are written as well. Not only our actions, either good or bad, rather our intentions are written as well. It is so with each and every human being. Not with me only, not with you only, but with each and everyone else. Then, what to do? Now, there are people who are doing the bad with us. They think that either we don't understand it, or even if we do, we are unable to stop them. We are not powerful enough to stop them. That is why they are doing so. One human is doing with the other human. Now, in a case like this one, in a case like this one, every time someone does a bad with us and we find ourselves unable to retaliate, unable to stop them, we feel quite unhappy and quite tortured mentally because we are willing, desirous, eager, and desperate to stop them, but we can't because we are not having enough power. We don't have a leverage. What to do? What to do? I think we shouldn't be getting tortured at all. We should stop torturing ourselves. And if the things are too small, we shouldn't even think of retaliation and stopping them, even if we are powerful enough. Why? Because everything else is getting written. Everything else, either good or bad, is being written in a notebook. There are two accountants on duty with us 24/7. They are writing whatever we are doing, whatever we are planning. They are writing everything else. And a day will arrive. The day is not far away. A day will arrive when our accounts containing the debt and the credit, plus and the minus, good or the bad, there will be a kind of calculation done. Whatever good we do, we will be rewarded for it. If it is done with a good intention, not for the selfish reasons, not for the earthly, worldly, materialistic reasons, we will be rewarded for it. Whatever bad we did with someone against someone else, we do have to pay for it. And the payment has to be done in the currency of good deeds. Good deeds are the currency. If at all a human being have distributed too much, but there are still some people left whom she does have to pay, empty of the good deeds. Now those people, their bad deeds will be mean their debts will be transferred to this person. In a particular volume, keeping in view the kind of bad deed done, not in a flat rate at all. So I think that every time someone does a bad with us, we don't need to be upset. We don't need to be unhappy. We don't, rather, we need to be happy. Why? Why? Because we are having more and more credit. A day will arrive when all of this credit will be returned to us. Now somebody owes something to us. Obviously, she is not going to do it in this world, during this life. But this life is not forever. This life has to end. A new life will start. And during that new life, all of that will be settled in a highly justified manner, in an absolutely justified manner. All of the disputes will be settled, all of the compensations will be made. Dispute settlement done instantly, in a split second, will not take much of the time or the effort at all. No effort needed, no wait needed on that day, on the day of judgment. No money to be spent, no endeavor to be made. All of them will be done by a supercomputer in an automatic manner. All of that will be done by a supercomputer in an effortless manner. The time it will take will be hardly a split second and nothing more at all. Because it is the computer of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and not that of a human being at all. So don't feel disturbed at all. Don't torture yourself mentally every time somebody does a bad thing with you. If at all you are unable to seek the revenge, if at all you are unable to stop them, no need to worry at all. All what is needed is that we need to remember a day is going to happen, which is going to be which is being called the day of the judgment, and on that day of the judgment everything else will be settled. All the disputes, no matter how small these are, no matter how big these are, no matter keeping aside the volume, the depth and the importance of the dispute, all of that will be second, and that too in a single second, that too in a split second, by a supercomputer owned by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I think so that we need to be satisfied. We shouldn't worry at all. We shouldn't worry at all, because we should leave it, and we should just think that a case has been registered in the court of law, in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and this court will decide the case. at the very right moment. I don't need to worry at all. I don't need to worry at all. This dispute will be settled no matter how small it is, no matter how big it is. Because every dispute, regardless of its importance and its value and its depth, everything else will be settled in a single second. We should be happy and content with it. Thank you very much.